Tabitha here from Shredded Physiques. Today I wanted to share some things with you how you can stay on track with your current meal plan and training regimen. Now, first and foremost is you really have to be in a positive mindset to achieve any goal that it is you set for yourself, whether that is buying a vehicle, buying a house, trying to lose weight, whatever the case may be. Is if you're not in a positive, healthy space in your body, it's going to be very hard for you to stick to your goals and stay true to yourself and what it is that you really want. So I can't stress that this is mostly important for trying to reach a fitness goal, but it should also apply to your day-to-day life. Whatever it is that you are working towards in your life, it's very important to set goals for yourself and make those goals realistic in a time frame that you know yourself you are going to be able to work towards. And again, just being true to yourself and sticking to your goals. But first and foremost is every day you have to wake up with a positive mindset, knowing that you are capable of what it is that you want to do. And that's going to require a lot of positive thinking on your part. I am a very strong believer when it comes to affirmations in vision boards. Whatever it is that you are working towards, make sure that you have those things in mind every single day when you wake up. You really need to believe in yourself first and foremost, and just waking up with a positive attitude, knowing that, you know what, I got this, I can do this. You are a lot stronger than you think, and your body is capable of anything. At the end of the day, it is your mind that you have to convince. So positive thinking is going to go a long way for you. If you are somebody that is constantly dwelling on the negative aspects of your body or things that you don't like and constantly picking yourself apart, it's going to be very hard for you to move forward and see the results that you want if you are constantly dwelling on negative things living in the past. So when it comes to vision boards, I strongly encourage all my clients to set a goal for themselves, raise the bar, whether that's cutting out clippings from a magazine, posting pictures of your upcoming destination. You know, keep those things in mind, what it is that you're working towards. When you are having a bad day, you're able to see that visually every single day and have a reminder as to what it is you're working towards. Same with quitting smoking. I have a lot of people that'll put, you know, a healthy person next to somebody that is not so healthy, or, you know, a beautiful looking person next to somebody with, you know, wrinkles and stuff like that. Just little things like that can kind of help snap you out of those negative thought patterns when you do feel like you're having a relapse or you want to give into temptation with food or whatever the case may be. So vision boards. I've often had a lot of my female clients that are getting married that they will deliberately buy their wedding dress a couple sizes too small, that, you know what, you don't fit your ass for that wedding dress. Guess what? Looks like you're walking down the aisle in jeans and a tank top. So that's just one example of things that you can do when it comes to working towards a goal. Or say buy a new top and make it a goal that you're going to fit into that top in a month or 2 months. Same with the bikini, whatever the case may be. These are just different little things that you can exercise yourself and have it be easier for you to work towards, knowing that, you know what, like, this is what I want, this is something that I invested in, and that's something that you're going to work towards. So that's just my fit tip on when it comes to motivation. Having vision boards and stuff like that can go a long way for you. But every single day, wake up, just really believe in yourself and know what the end result is you're working towards, and don't necessarily think a week in advance or 2 months in advance. Just live in the moment, live in the day, and if you can get through today, tomorrow's a new day. Reset, refocus, and continue moving forward in your journey. Second most important thing that I can't stress enough is meal prep. Meal prep is everything when it comes to following a diet regimen. If you are not prepared, it is going to be so easy for you to drive to the nearest Tim Hortons or McDonald's if you are not prepared and have meals readily available for you. I am even the same myself. My meals aren't prepped and ready. I come home from the gym and I have nothing to eat. Guess what? I'm going to be very hangry, and I'm going to be led into temptation to fall off the bandwagon and just have the next best thing. So meal prep. Pick a day, whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sundays are usually best for a lot of people, just given Monday is a brand new work week for everybody. So Sundays, take the extra time, have all your meals cooked and put in Ziploc bags or containers, whatever's easier for you. I personally like to have my meals prepped and taken out at least 2-3 days in advance. That way I know when I wake up in the morning, I can just pull everything out of the fridge, freezer, and have it readily available. When it comes to traveling, I am also a firm believer that regardless if you're only planning on going out of your house for 2 hours, always make sure you have another meal prepped and prepared with you just in case. You never know if you're going to come across an accident, or if there's construction, you know, there's a grand opening somewhere and there's 50 more people in line at the grocery store or the mall, where whatever the case may be. I don't know, I'm just throwing examples out there, but these are some things that, you know, you always have to expect the unexpected when it comes to our day-to-day lives and going out in the world and doing things like that. So it's always important, even if you just have a extra scoop of protein powder in a baggie, put it in your car. That way, you know, if you ever run into an issue where you're out and you know you're not going to make it back home in time for your next meal, you are prepared, so that you do not run into those temptations and have those situations where you're now eating a large pizza and you feel like shit because you weren't prepared. So meal prep is going to be everything for you when it comes to staying on track. Another thing is, for me, I often find that when I have a sugar craving, if I give into that sugar craving even on a cheat day, it can often lead to can't stop, won't stop. Your insulin spikes, therefore your body starts to crave more sugar. So when it comes to cheat days, I always encourage my clients, if you are somebody that has really, really bad sweet tooth, try and play around with different recipes that are a little bit healthier. You know, you can have oats with some stevia and, you know, a little bit of fat-free whip, or sugar-free jello with some fat-free whipped cream, things like that. I have tons of recipes on the website. If you are interested in purchasing one of my dessert ebooks, you can take advantage of that. Go on shreddedphysiquesteam.com. For me, I just find it easier. The less sugar that I do consume in my body, I'm better without. That way, it's going to not be a free-for-all and continuing to binge on sugars. That is one weakness of mine when it comes to sugars. So I strongly encourage just come up with new recipes and different things that are going to help alleviate that sweet tooth. As I mentioned in one of my previous vlogs, sugar-free freezies, sugar-free jellos, things like that can go a long way for you. And when it comes to shopping at the grocery store, when you see labels, no sugar added or fat-free, be mindful of those types of condiments and products, as well as it's not saying that they don't contain sugar, it's just no additional sugar added. So really pay attention when you are buying things at the grocery store, that you are checking the ingredients and that you are looking at the full nutrition label, so that it is know what you're buying. I found a lot of people look at it and go, oh yeah, it's fat-free, or, you know, it's a light product. There's still going to be fat, there's still going to be sugars, and there's still going to be carbohydrates in those products, maybe just not as more as, say, the regular version. So just be mindful when it comes to that. Another thing I find that people often mistake hunger for is hydration. If you're dehydrated and your body is lacking water, sometimes people mistake those as hunger pains, and just making sure that you are well hydrated throughout the day. We like to recommend having at least 4 to 6 liters of water per day, and that's going to aid as a natural diuretic as well, flushing out all those toxins out of your body and stuff too. So hydration is really important. It's going to keep you full in between your meals, and sometimes when you think you're hungry, it can often mean that you're thirsty. So I often find people sometimes confuse the two. So just make sure that you are getting your H2O in between meals. And again, as I mentioned in one of my previous vlogs, you can actually buy the water flavored enhancers. That can make it easier for some people to make sure that they are getting their water. Sometimes people don't like the taste of water, so these little things can help make it just a little bit sweeter for you to make sure that you are getting your daily H2O. With regards to fillers in between meals, as I've mentioned before, green veggies go a long way for you, not only for the fiber content in them as well, but things like broccoli, edamame beans, asparagus. These are often things that you can bring with you out when you are, you know, waiting for your next meal. Things that you can have as fillers in between that'll make it a little bit easier for you to stay on track as well. And the most important thing that I mentioned before is just your meal prepping as well. So I hope some of these fit tips helped for you, and if there's anything else that I can give you or provide to you to make your current training regimen program a little bit easier, shoot me an email and I will do everything possible to help you guys in your own fitness journeys. And as always, if you are somebody that is looking for a customized nutrition program yourself, check out my website, shreddedphysiquesteam.com. And until next time, stay happy and stay healthy.